My name is Dani. I'm an art instructor, and you're tuned in to the Able Arts Work Virtual Learning channel. Thanks for joining me today. Today, I'm going to show you how to use markers to make a vintage-style autumn forest illustration. So you're going to need paper, markers the color of autumn leaves, so I've got reds, red oranges, yellows, and browns, and I'm using a black pen on top of the markers here to highlight the branches and the tree trunks, but you can also just use a dark colored marker if you don't have a pen available. So grab a piece of paper and we can get started. So you can start with whatever color marker you like. I'm going to start with my red-orange marker. And what we're going to do is make use of our knowledge of 2D shapes to draw the silhouettes of where the leaves on the trees will be. Later we will go in with our marker or pen to highlight the tree trunks and branches. So I'm going to take my marker, I'm going to make a big oval shape. So I'm going to imagine that all of the leaves on this tree are forming a big oval silhouette. And we're going to make different 3D shapes with a different color each time, all the way across our page to have a little row of trees that can be overlapping, just like you would see in a real forest. So let's pick a different 2D shape in a different color. So I've got my yellow marker. I'm going to go ahead and make a triangle-shaped tree. And I'm going to let it overlap with that first tree. Sometimes markers can be really interesting when they overlap, so don't be afraid of getting them mixed up. And let's keep on moving across the page. Next I'll use one of my orange markers. I think I'm going to make this one be a square-shaped tree. Right now it just looks like a bunch of basic shapes, but we're going to make them look really cute. It could almost look like a vintage-style postcard you could send to somebody. Also going to use one of my brown markers. That's always a nice default autumn color as well. I'll make the next tree spherical. So I'm just going to make a big circle that overlaps with the square. Again, feel free to be using whichever colors you like in whatever order. Next, I'll use my red marker. I think I'll do another oval-shaped tree. Maybe slightly more rectangular, with curved edges. Great! I think that is a great place to stop for the tree silhouettes. We've got good spacing on either sides. Now let's take our pen or a dark colored marker that you'd like to use for your tree trunks and branches. We're going to find however long we think the trunk should be. So we're going to start wherever we think the tree trunk should touch the ground. I think this far down might work. I'm going to put my pen down and pull it all the way up through the tree, and stopping my pen just before I reach the top, because when you look at a tree, the branches will start branching off here, so all the leaves will be puffing out above the main trunk of the tree, so we don't have to go all the way through the shape. So let's make our simple starting line for the tree trunks through each shape, starting where it would touch the ground, moving up. Great, it's starting to look a bit more like some trees now. I'd say that you could stop here if you wanted to. If you want to keep it super minimalist, that is up to you. I'm going to go ahead and start adding some tree branches though. So I'm going to start inside the shape that we've done with our markers and start adding some branches, coming upwards, not reaching the edge of the shape of our leaf silhouette, but still branching through the shape nonetheless. And we're going to do that for each of our shapes that we've made. You can make the branches be slightly different shapes. For example, maybe for this triangle one, I want the lower branches to curve out a little bit. That is up to your creative discretion. We're just going to do that for each of our trees. They'll have a bit more going on in them. Lastly, I'm going to make the tree trunks a little bit wider at the base because that's how actual trees are. They're a bit more sturdy towards the bottom where they come out of the ground. So I'm just adding a few more strokes over the base of these trunks. Great! Now you've got a tiny vintage style autumn forest. If you wanted, you could turn it into a postcard to send to one of your friends. You could just hang it up on your wall. I think it's something pretty cute to get you into the autumn spirit. So I hope you had fun drawing with me today. I hope you picked some colors that you liked. Check out the other videos on our channel about art, language, and music.